I hope everyone had a great Easter. How was everybody's Easter? Mine's was okay. It was festive. No, it wasn't. I'm lying. Was it festive? It had festive moments. Um, yeah, it was Easter. God rest the child that has his own. God rest Jesus Christ. Today he rose and all those beautiful things. Now, it is time for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, it is. I would have did it last night, but I was like super busy with doing stuff. A lot of my family came over my house and, cleaning up before they get there, cleaning up after they leave, cleaning up while they there, and, wrapping up plates. Black folks love to tear off foil. So, they bring nothing, but they'll tear off some foil, won't they? So yeah. If you hear a motor in the background, it's just my fan shower. A good old dusty fan shower. Got to throw out some air. I'm hotter than a heathen in church. Okay. So let's go. Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it started off with Nene, child. Apparently Nene done beat the dog shit out of all the men, all the grown men in the facility, all the producers men, all the cameramen, everybody, allegedly. Apparently Nene Lanithia Leaks beat the dog shit out of all the men. I don't know how she did. Apparently she summoned up some spirits from somewhere and she beat the dog out of some of the men. So I just say, well, Lanithia, child, and they was talking about that, and they was like they didn't know that apparently one of the men had to go to the hospital, and Kandi gonna say, yeah, one of the men got their teeth knocked out too, and I fell out laughing. And I was just like, dang, Nene, you really just went around the room kicking tail. And Nene was just like, well, I told them not to go to my not to come into my room and stuff. And like, Nene, we get that, but sis, you can't just be beating the dogs out of all these men. It was crazy. I was like, dear God in heaven. They got into the whole belt situation. They really didn't explain it like I thought they was going to. Apparently Porsha just, when Nene was making her rounds, kicking ass, apparently she made her way to Porsha, and apparently Porsha's belt somehow got snatched off. Apparently there was a situation where Nene did not mean to snatch Porsha's belt, and they asked Marlow. It was just like, well, Marlow, why did you feel the need to say, hey, she's pregnant, chill out? Because Marlow, she was just like, not that Nene hit Porsha, she didn't, or anything like that. But I was just making sure that, Nene did not think to hit Porsha because, hey, Porsha's pregnant. So then they was just like, yeah, apparently all the girls understood that Nene was having a little mini breakdown in the closet, with everything she was going through with Greg, with she not wanting people in her personal area, which I understand, and there was just also just with the whole, with alcohol included, there was just a lot that was going on. I'm sure Nene been drinking that whole day, so it was just a lot that was going on that caused that whole big entire moment. But yeah, I mean, Nene, she wasn't really apologetic for anything, and in a way I understand when you tell somebody not to go into some part of your house, not to do this, not to do that, then that's what you mean, and they go ahead and do it anyway. It's just kind of like, oh, girl. You know, but I did think that was, you know, overall, to me, it wasn't that deep. But I think that Nene would not have reacted the same way had those men went in there too, because they was getting ready to film her closet, and she didn't want nobody to film the closet because she had some big bloomers laying up on the up on a rack as soon as you walk in the closet. That's what they say, allegedly. Okay, what else is going on? They got on Eva, you know how she's now Mrs. Michael Sterling, whoop to whoop. And you know, apparently, child, you know, Marlow has all the tea, and you know, they told, like Eva said, they told the one person that has nothing to lose and has no peach, Marlow, and the person they thought that I was beefing with, Marlow, they told her all the tea, the alleged tea about me. Child, Marlow went on to say that Eva apparently had a lesbian relationship, which she said on the show, that apparently Eva has a lesbian relationship with a married woman whose name starts with a C. And I was just like, dear God in heaven, all that tea. And even Kandi confirmed that it's more than one bridemaid that is talking about Eva. So Eva, you need to check your friends. Eva was just like, well, I'm cool with all my friends. They was just like, no sis, you missing the point. You might be cool with all your friends, but all your friends ain't cool with you. And you need to really like evaluate your friendships with these women's. Ain't that awful? You have all these friends, all these people that you think genuinely love you and have your best interests at heart and really your friend, and they just sit back talking crap about you. That is awful. I feel bad for Eva. I really do. And you know, unless they come out and be real, she's never really going to find out who's the one that's going around talking crap. Because, you know, a lot of times when you confront people about things, they deny it. Or they act like you crazy. They be like, what you talking about? We don't know what you talking about. What's really going on? And all that kind of stuff. So I was just like, Lord, you know, we just gonna pray for the beautiful Eva Marcille and all that stuff, because that's a hard pill to swallow, that all the people that you share your close intimate details with is literally going around just spraying your tea. Terrible, terrible. Okay, what else is going on? So they got on Cynthia and Mike. And the whole package deal relationship is package deal because she comes with Noelle, and she says to a certain extent she also comes with Leon, because Leon wants to know who's going to be around his daughter. And so, you know, apparently Mike and Leon, they have a great relationship. They've met, you know, and so, hey, I think that's cool. They briefly also got on Eva's finances, you know, the whole $1,000 ahead, and you know, the whole situation, and basically, you know, she had to do some gigs. Apparently you can get paid from Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I heard that you can too. I'm gonna look more into that so that I can get paid for Instagram, child, because it's hard out here, child. But yeah, she said she did a couple of gigs and she was able to get the money up. But because it was extra people, they was only expecting a certain amount. I think she said it was only expecting 150 people, maybe, but they ended up with like 240 people. And since it's $1,000 a head, that meant 240,000 Zolas for the wedding that she couldn't really afford. And I was just like, what is going on? I guess whatever. So yeah. You know, I really be sitting back and thinking, is Marlow really this nosy and petty in real life? Because if she is, I don't know how she has any friends at all. How do you have any real friends at all when you can't be trusted in any sense of the words? I don't understand. It's really odd to me, Marlow's character, because a person like that in real life would have been got tossed up. So I don't know, but y'all know Marlow can fight, so ain't nobody gonna try Big Marlow. Marlow about 5'11", ain't she? Child, you know them good old mug shots. What else is going on? Eva, she decided to change the subject when the heat got on her. She switched over to Nene, and Nene being mic'd when Eva asked her to please not be mic'd. This is a private situation that I'm getting ready to talk about. Nene went over there anyway because the producers told her to, allegedly. And, she went over there and was unmiked. And, Nene's just still very... Nene gave a little bit more this episode than she did the last two parts of the reunion. Just same hateful and tired and a mess. But, yeah. She gave a little bit more tea. She was just basically just like, child, whatever, and I didn't care, whoop to whoop. Okay, so they got on the whole Cynthia versus Nene thing. And Nene was going on and on about how she wanted that same courtesy with Cynthia inviting Kenya. She would have liked to know, because when Marlow, Cynthia, and Nene was talking at the house, and when Nene was talking about the whole bi-wig party, Cynthia informed Nene that Giovanna and Eva has beef. And so she was just like, you don't have to, but it would be nice if you would tell Eva that Giovanna gonna be there. And so she would... Now, if she said it like that, that makes sense to me. But still at the same time, Cynthia, she act like she didn't know that Kenya and Nene had beef. And I'm somewhat leaning towards Cynthia's side on this, because we didn't know that Kenya and Nene had beef either. And furthermore, since Kenya did do that on Instagram stories, when she was just like, text, call, delete. She said she would call Porsha, text Andy, and delete Nene. Still, I don't think that's a big enough issue to say that y'all have beef. Now, obviously, maybe Kenya's feeling some kind of way about Nene, but I'm sure her feelings are valid, because Nene do a lot of shady stuff. I remember when Nene went on Bossip, and she was talking, and what she said she didn't give a damn whether Kenya was a part of the show or not, and also Nene has made also just shady comments around, and that we've heard. So I mean, Kenya feeling some kind of way about Nene. What is it? And Kenya also did not invite Nene to her party. So I don't know. All of it, ultimately, all of them is petty. All of them, including the girls that's no longer on the show, like Kenya. They all petty. They all fall out for dumb reasons, really. But how could you fall out with somebody that you were never really friends with to begin with? So, personally, I think they're all actors, but whatever. Okay, so they got on the fact that when Nene gets mad, she throws people away, which she does. And Cynthia kind of got caught up, because Porsha was being Detective Porsha, because she had nothing else to do, child. She was sitting there, was just like, yeah, but you whispered in Mike's ear and said that I was supposed to act like Kenya wasn't there or whatever. But Cynthia took it like, what I was saying was, I invited Kenya, yes I did, but I had no confirmation that she was coming until the day of, and Kenya reached out to Kandi. She did not reach out to Cynthia because she wanted to surprise Cynthia. That's the whole gig. And she said to Mike that she's supposed to act like Kenya wasn't coming, meaning that I guess she knew that it was a possibility of Kenya coming, but she just did not know. So she felt no need to tell Nene that Kenya was possibly coming. And with that said, if Kenya was coming, if let's say Cynthia did let Lenithia know that Kenya was coming, would that then entails that Nene would not come since Kenya was there? Like, is that what that means now? That Nene wouldn't have came to support her friend just because they have a friend in common that one of them don't like? Would that make Nene petty in that moment? Or would she just be more prepared? Because Kenya, she ignored Nene the entire time. Apparently they said Nene tried to speak to Kenya and stuff and all that, but Kenya didn't speak to Nene. I mean, obviously some stuff behind the scenes is going on. But I mean, that's her right. If she don't want to speak to somebody who she don't like at the moment, then why fake it, But then, as soon as Kenya sat down and all that, she was making all kind of comments and being smart, and her and Marlow was going back and forth. So it's just like, Nene would have still shaded Kenya? Nene would have still shaded Kenya had Kenya spoke to Nene? I'm sure she would have. So what does it matter? Really? But Cynthia taking the high road, she went on ahead and apologized. Marlow just throwing her jabs in there, her comments in there, in and out. Marlow's really only cool with Nene on the show. She has to have some kind of alliance with somebody on the show, and it's Nene. So, I mean, hey, of course, she's going to have Nene's back because Nene is pretty much a guaranteed spot on the Real Housewives of Atlanta from now until eternity. So, hey. Cynthia apologized, like I said. She went ahead and apologized. She said, yes, I should have told you and all that kind of stuff. And Nene still didn't accept it, so what does it matter? They asked Nene, what do you get? They asked Cynthia, what do you get out of your friendship with being friends with Nene? Cynthia transferred the question to Nene. Nene transferred the question back to Cynthia, and nothing got solved. Petty, childish. High school for senior citizens. That's exactly what it is. So I don't know personally. I've never understood what Cynthia gets out of her friendship with Nene, except for just saying that you're friends with Nene Leakes. That's all I see. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm sure they play off each other. Well, one's high, one's low, one's a lot of energy, one's is can be a lot of energy, but most of the time very calm and I guess. But I mean, Nene been treating Cynthia like a lapdog for I don't know how long. So I don't know. A little petty moment. Shamari had retweeted this. Somebody had said that Marlow calling somebody a fraud. And they showed all those good old mud shots of Miss Hampton. Honestly, okay. For season 12, who I think should be the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Okay, I'm probably gonna pick seven ladies. I'm not gonna do 6. I'm probably gonna do 7. I'm gonna say Porsha Williams, Kandi Burruss, Shamari Devoe, Tanya Sam, Cynthia Bailey, Kenya Moore, and Marlow Hampton. That should be those 7 girls. That should be the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12, in my opinion. I'm about over the show in general, but they need to do some recasting. I don't want to see Nene. Nene's too hateful. I don't want to see Nene. I don't, but she's gonna be there, so whatever. I don't want to see Nene, and I don't want to see Eva either. Yeah, finally give Marlow a peach and see what she does with it, and also add her. Finally make her a cast member, full-time cast member, without her backup Nene being there. and see how she reacts. Because she have to get along and mesh with these girls then. See, take her out of her comfort zone. Because she's always had a friend in somebody. So, yeah. Do that. Give me that. And maybe as a friend to the show, start to incorporate Phaedra Parks back into it as a friend to the show. Ooh. We need to bring these ratings back up. We need to bring this mess back up. It's like for the first half of this season, y'all was tired and through. And now, on the end of the season, y'all want to pick up the momentum. And this is the storyline, this petty foolishness about who can invite people to their own parties. Grow up. That's what I think. We're going to see. I don't care to add any brand new girls to the fold because we just got introduced. Well, I've been knowing her, but we just got introduced to Shamari back into the fold. Into the season. We introduced Tanya, Eva's full-time housewife. We have our new girls. We don't need any more new girls on the show, to me. But hey, I think that those are the girls. Those are my 7 who should be Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12. I think that'll be good. I really, really do. Anyway, thank you guys for watching Real Housewives of Atlanta with me. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for my other reviews, child. More coming up. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's Keys World on Instagram and Twitter. At It's Keys World 89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.